D-Day, June 6th, 1944, 73 years ago, the largest amphibious assault in the history of the human race. We honor those men today, and Lord God have mercy, we wish we had men and valor like that today. I'm Randall Terry. This is Voice of Resistance. I encourage you, if you're ever in Washington, D.C., to go to the World War II monument that's on the mall. Focus specifically on the quotes that are there from our leaders at the time. And the reason is because the quotes are belligerent. The quotes are designed to instill passion, courage, intolerance of the enemy into the hearts and the souls of fighting men. I don't think that it's even possible for many of us, most of us, myself included, to conceive of the emotions that would be boiling inside the heart of a young man who has been ordered to go on a duck. He's in the first wave, the second wave, the third wave. He knows there is a large probability that he will be a casualty of war. Is he going to be killed? Is he going to be irreparably maimed? Is he going to be injured but survive? And these were young kids, most of whom had not seen hardened fighting. And they were going up against veterans who were monsters. I mean, these were soldiers of war, the Wehrmacht, the German war machine. But they did it. They obeyed their orders. They went and they took the beach. In those days, our soldiers, our public, we understood. We were fighting Nazism. We were fighting tyranny. We were fighting a cloud that had descended over Europe, a black cloud. And we were willing to send our sons to fight and to die because we knew that Nazism itself was satanic. Now, forgive me, but I'm going to switch gears. Please don't be offended. The oppression that was happening in France, in Belgium, in all of occupied Europe, the oppression was evil. But we also understood that the ideology was evil. So we were committed to liberating the oppressed and extinguishing the ideology of the oppressor. The Allies were incredibly gracious. Well, at least the Western Allies were incredibly gracious to the Germans. They treated the German people with great dignity after the end of the war. The Russians did not. But the Western Allies did. But we went about extinguishing Nazism. We forced civilians to walk through the death camps where they would retch and puke, seeing the remains of Jewish victims and non-Jewish victims, Gentiles, Christians, Gypsies. It became a crime, if my memory is correct, for sure it became a crime to show the swastika, but if my memory is correct, you could not speak positively of Adolf Hitler. I'm reaching, I've done a lot of reading, but the point is, the United States and her allies in the West went about extinguishing Nazism, the ideology. That sense of clarity was so awesome. God bless those men. God bless our leaders. God bless the fighting soldiers. God bless those who gave up their lives so that we could extinguish Nazism and liberate the oppressed. And please understand, there were casualties that were close to our borders. The Germans did, in fact, have U-boats, have submarines that were off the eastern seaboard that were sinking ships, transports, ships that were carrying goods, foodstuffs. And our administration at that time kept it hidden from the American people. But it was happening. But for the most part, the American homeland, our actual lower 48, we were never in danger of an attack or invasion. Never. We were going to liberate our allies. We were going in the cause of freedom. We were going to crush an ideology that was openly at war with Christendom, openly at war with Christianity. You see where this is going. And again, I ask your forgiveness. But sometimes when you honor the dead and you honor the battles of the past, by definition, it causes you to look at the present. And that's what we need to do, to consider whether or not we are ready to fight to liberate people from oppression and to crush an ideology that is committed to our destruction and the enslavement of all of Christendom. Have Muslim terrorists hijacked the peaceful religion of Islam? Or is there more to the story? The answer lies in the life of one man, Muhammad, the founder of Islam. Muslim terrorists see themselves inside a 1,400-year-old story, a narrative that focuses on specific events in the life of Muhammad. We are going to look at Muhammad's life using their most sacred literature. We will look at Muhammad at the Battle of Badr. We'll see him deal with those who mock him. We'll see the times when he used deception. We'll witness Muhammad's anti-Semitism. And yes, we will discuss Muhammad and his teachings concerning sex, slavery, and jihad. Friend, if you want to understand Islamic terrorism, get this series today. And so, on this 73rd anniversary of D-Day, where our soldiers and our allies took Normandy Beach and other beaches on the French mainland to defeat the Nazis, to liberate the oppressed, and to crush an ideology. To crush an ideology. Separating Islam for a minute. I want you to think with me in the last 2,000 years. Think with me of what ideologies deserved to be crushed. And our leader said so. What's one that comes immediately to mind? Communism. Our leaders knew, they told us, communism as an ideology, Marxism, was a threat to us because the ideology, when acted out in a practical level, would result in the death of America as we understood it. The ideology was viewed as a threat, and the proof of it being a threat was seen in the Soviet Union, was seen in communist China, was seen in Laos, or Cambodia, or North Korea, or Cuba. Okay? You saw the ideology, you saw the ideological hero, Karl Marx, Vladimir Lenin. You saw the heroes, the protagonists of evil. You saw their ideology that they embraced and that they spouted, and then you saw the fruit. Okay, Joseph Stalin was the villain, the promoter of communism, and then he was the one who was responsible for killing maybe 30 million people under his control. You saw the ideology of ancient Rome. We need only go back to the dawn of the church to see an ideology, i.e., that the Roman gods were gods, that Caesar was a god, that we had to have the unity of the state, and we had to burn incense to Caesar, pledge our loyalty to Caesar. And if you would not do that, you were considered a threat, and then therefore you were tortured, imprisoned, exiled, killed. Right? Well, up until the last 30, 40 years, Americans didn't have much trouble identifying an ideology that was a threat and condemning it out of hand. That's how we roll. We honor freedom, we honor the truth, we fight for justice. But something has happened. Something very evil has happened. Where it's no longer appropriate in the mind of some to identify something, an ideology, as evil and to say, this is evil. You can barely find somebody who will say that communism is evil. That's how bad things have gotten. Well, I would submit to you that certainly since the Roman Empire or the ancient Greeks, and possibly since well, I don't know if I want to say the dawn of the human race, might be too much, but I can tell you for well over a millennium, there is nothing as an ideology, as a set of legal codes, as rules for war. There's nothing as evil as Islam. The ideology, the principles that undergird Islamic law, known as Sharia law. So if you pick up a book of Sharia law and you read it, you'll see the rules of jihad, raping women, oppression of Christianity, destroying icons, killing infidels, beheading anyone who speaks against Islam, beheading anyone who speaks against Muhammad. That is Islam. Okay, it's an ideology that is committed to our enslavement, our death, or our conversion. That's it. Those are the three options. Muhammad said it repeatedly. Fight them and then see if they'll confess that there's no God but God and Allah is his messenger. That's one. Number two is get them to submit, pay the tax, take down their crucifixes, stop preaching the gospel, and then shut up and be our little slaves. And then, or the third is kill them. Muhammad said that repeatedly, okay? That's the ideology we're facing. And yet something has so possessed and perverted the American leaders in politics and in media that we are literally afraid to quote the founder of their religion. My press releases are taken down by Google, literally removed as if they don't exist in the face of cyberspace. Obliterated. When I simply quote Muhammad. Friend, that's treachery and cowardice of the highest order. And it's the stuff that death is made of, and slavery. I'll be right back. We're going to talk about Reza Aslan again. Over the years, I've had the privilege of interviewing some incredible guests, like Dr. Alan Keyes, former ambassador to the United Nations, like Dr. Alveda King, niece of the slain civil rights activist Dr. Martin Luther King, and Judge Roy Moore, two-time head of the Supreme Court in Alabama. These interviews are so powerful, so memorable, and so inspirational. We have decided to make them available to you on 2 DVDs for only a gift of $15. That's it. If you love this ministry, you want to support us, and you want these to show to your family and friends, or just for yourself, to watch at your leisure, get them today. Call 304-289-3700. That's 304-289-3700. If you've been following the news, you know that recently the Muslim CNN host Reza Aslan called our president a piece of SH blank T. This in response to President Trump saying that we need the travel ban to protect U.S. citizens. As of this filming, CNN has not yet fired him. Oh, but the day is young. I'm going to show you, friends, please understand, what he did, that's enough for him to be fired. He needs to be fired just for saying that, but something far worse has occurred. He has been involved in a cover-up, deliberately lying about the rape and sexual slavery of Christian and Jewish women. Okay? And see for yourself. See for yourself. This is Reza Aslan, in his words, defending, justifying, lying about sexual slavery. Muslim groups in Europe and America and all over the world have links with the Muslim Brotherhood. And they are very clever at the art of deception, deceiving the house of infidels while they seek victory for Islam. Reza Aslan, the Muslim author of No God But God, is a frequent guest on many TV and radio shows in the U.S. He is a master of deception regarding the history of Muhammad. For example, look at his treatment of Muhammad's relationship to two women, the Jewish Rehana and the Christian Copt, Maria. Muhammad had multiple wives when he died, almost 10. Aslan wrote,
"With very few exceptions, these marriages were not sexual unions, but political ones. Muhammad's marriage to Rehana, a Jew, linked him with the Jewish tribe of Banu Qurayza, while his marriage to Maria, a Christian and a Copt, created a significant political alliance with the Christian ruler of Egypt."
This is a lie. First, these women were not Muhammad's wives. They were his concubines. In Islam, concubine means,
especially in Muslim societies, a woman residing in a harem and kept for sexual purposes. Odalisque, a woman slave in a harem.
Al-Tabari wrote of these two women.
On account of the messenger of God's slave concubines, they were Maria binti Sham Undargo and Rayana from Banu Qurayza.
Al-Tabari was clear. They were not Muhammad's wives. They were his slave concubines. Muhammad kept them for his sexual satisfaction, not to forge political links, as Aslan says. His deception continues.
His marriage to Rehana, a Jew, linked him with the Jewish tribe of Banu Qurayza.
This is also a lie. The Jewish tribe of Banu Qurayza was extinct. They were massacred at Muhammad's order. Every male who had reached puberty was decapitated. The women and children were distributed among the Muslims as slaves.
Then the apostle divided the property, wives, and children of Banu Qurayza among the Muslims.
Muhammad enslaved Rehana.
The apostle had chosen one of their women for himself, Rehana, and she remained with him until she died in his power.
And again, Al-Tabari discusses her sexual slavery in a very spiritual fashion.
God granted Rehana of the Banu Qurayza to his messenger as booty.
Rehana was booty to Muhammad, a prize of war from Allah, a sexual slave, not a wife. Likewise, Maria, the Coptic Christian, was a sexual slave. Muhammad had sent a threatening letter to the leader of the Copts, urging him to become a Muslim and warning him of the results if he did not.
I invite you to accept Islam. If you accept, you will find peace, and you will save your throne. If you turn your back on this offer, the responsibility for the disaster to befall your subjects belongs to you.
The leader of the Copts declined the offer, but sadly, he sent the sexual slave Maria to Muhammad as a gift. Shortly after Muhammad's death, as Muhammad threatened, disaster struck the Copts. Saber-slashing Muslims flooded Egypt, killing and enslaving them. The persecution of the Coptic Christians and the killings continue to this day in Egypt. The Muslim Brotherhood, the Council on American-Islamic Relations, men like Reza Aslan, myriads of Muslim advocates are knowingly deceiving non-Muslims in the House of Infidels, as they call us, as well as unaware Muslims, regarding Muhammad's oppressive acts and his threats to those who refused to submit to him. Friend, this man doesn't deserve to be on CNN. He deserves to be held in contempt and confronted at every level we can. Here's the CNN contact info. Go to those places, tweet them, Facebook them, call them, be as belligerent as you want, okay? Inside of the boundaries of Christian charity, be as belligerent as you want and demand that this man be fired. He is a coward, he is a liar, and he deserves the retirement that he has earned. Go away, Reza. You're a deceiver, and you're a protagonist for evil. What Would Mohammed Do? Islamic Terrorism Explained is the best movie series documentary ever produced on the life of Muhammad and Islam. How do I know? Because it's what critics are saying. John Moore, radio host and author, said, "I learned more from What Would Mohammed Do about Islam and Islamic terrorism than I've learned from everything I ever read and watched in my entire life." Best-selling author Dr. Bill Warner said, "What Would Mohammed Do is the best movie series, TV production on the life of Muhammad and Islamic terrorism that has ever been produced." Friends, this is what the experts are saying. No one has ever done what we've done. I encourage you to get 1, 2, 4 copies. Call 304-289-3700. That's 304-289-3700, or order it at the address or the website that you see on the screen. We have a special offer for those of you that can give a $50 gift to Voice of Resistance, the Randall Terry Pack. I will give you all 5 of my books that are still in print and my music CD that we cut in Nashville, and here's what else. I'll autograph all of them for you. And if you want me to say to Tom or to Sue so that you can give it as a gift to someone else or keep it in your library as a part of your collection, I'll personalize each one. Just say on the computer who you want it to go to, or tell the person who answers the phone, please have Randall personalize his autograph to these people. I'm going to give a phone number for those of you who don't want to use your computer. Call 304-289-3700. You can get Dragon Slayers, Accessory to Murder, Why Does a Nice Guy Like Me Keep Getting Thrown in Jail, and other books. Call 304-289-3700. That's 304-289-3700. Friend, I encourage you to do your part to revive that spirit and that vision and that passion that existed in the generation, in what many have called the greatest generation for Americans. The generation of people who won World War II. The generation of people who were unafraid to say that this ideology is evil. Okay? This is satanic. People would say, I remember as a young man, people saying communism is satanic. It is an invention of the devil. Clearly, many people, including Winston Churchill, alluded that Nazism was satanic. I mean, just demonic, devilish. Well, just look at the sweep of 1,400 years of history. Nowhere do we see communism in its writings, or Nazism in its writings, saying that the sexual slavery of women, the rape of women, is authorized by God. If you don't think that it's true, go to our website. Actually, got to put the website up on the screen, please. wwmd-tv.com. Okay, you've got to get it right or you're not going to get to it. I've put up episodes 4, 6, and 8 for free. We've never done this, but I'm tired of the lies. And we didn't create this documentary series to make money. We created it to alter the course of human history. All right? So if you go to www.wwmd-tv.com, you can watch episode 4, 6, and 8 for free. The one is on deception, like Reza Aslan. The second one, episode 6, is on the sexual slavery of women. And the 8th is on Muhammad's call for jihad. And then I urge you, order a set. Help our ministry financially. If you want to just make a contribution, now why would you help us? Why would you help us? Well, this program is funded by viewers like you. Do you like what you're hearing here? We have to pay our staff. We have to keep the lights on. And we go month to month. We need your help financially. I don't even take a salary for doing this show 99 days out of 100, literally. So if you like what we're saying, then please give a gift. Give a gift to help us, or buy the series. If you believe in this message, help fund this message. We'll be on the front lines of this battle. We'll take the incoming fire, but we still need a supply line. Okay? I'm asking you, be our supply line and do what you can to get Reza Aslan fired.